winners. Ted Grigooch is looking great in Formula One. You gotta like Mr. Consistency. 756, 2 wins. And Jimmy Whittington, what a surprise, Harriet. Here, what can I say?
9-11 coming out of nowhere, especially surprising Robbie Gordon that second heat. I don't know how he managed to do what he did, but he is definitely a man to beat today.
Well, I'd like to take a look at those clips again, and I know I'll be watching this when it comes out because I'd like to see him do that all over again.
You know, Jim Whittington is the guy who is going to work hard, but you know Robbie Gordon and other people like Mike Werner and other people, Rob Dixon, all those people are going to be working very, very hard to get their boats ready for today.
You know what? They're going to be up into the night because, you know, we've got 3 winners and we got a lot of people who didn't win. So those guys are going to be up all night long because it's Thunder on the Grand and they all want to win it. But right now, I think we've got Laura Babcock hanging by with the spectators. Why don't we go to Laura right now?
The weather is perfect today. We've got great water condition and the wind's not going to be a problem. So yes, we're looking forward to a great day of races. The spectators are pumped. It's going to be good. Back to you, Harry and Brian.
Thanks a lot, Laura. Right now, we're getting ready for day number 2 here at Dunnville Thunder in the Grand. I'm Brian Agar. This is
Harry Wilson, and we'll be right back with more powerboat racing
on Thunder on the Grand.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting close to race time up here at the 53rd Annual Thunder on the Grand Regatta. My name is Harry Wilson. Brian Agar is my man beside me. And Brian, we are getting ready for the EP class.
And we've also got a chance right now to check out Tammy Wolf.
I'm here with Tammy Wolf of the Davison Confused Racing Team. Tammy, the first thing that I have to notice is that your team has something unique, and that's a female driver.
Have to do is pass by the orange boy on the way out and then must maintain their lanes for safety's sake through the first corner. Once they are through the first corner, they can then change lanes. What you want is that inside distance because you go the short way around the course, Brian.
Well, everybody wants to go the short way. Sometimes if you're fast enough, you can go the long way and still keep it out in front. But that's what they're all looking for. They're looking for peak performance, and that's what we're talking about.
Now, of course, the drivers are all being lined up. Our referee today, and Hank Engels, referee-in-chief Hank Engels, is in direct communication with the patrol boat, which raised
the white flag is in the air.
That white flag, ladies and gentlemen, indicates that within the next 15 seconds, at the flagman's discretion, that flag will be dropped, and the drivers will then hit their starting buttons, and we are into 5 laps for the first heat of the EP race here today at
Thunder on the Grand.
And it's nervous time. We are getting down to the final few seconds of the countdown.
This is where tuning all comes into it, Harry. These boats have got to start on a crank. They can't sit there going rum, rum, rum. It has to fire up, start, and they are racing.
Hole shot is what they call. They want that quick acceleration out of the hole, up on plane, and gone. That's what they want to be. Gone, there it is. Oh, and a quick start.
Look who's Tammy Wolf.
Tammy Wolf. And right beside him, 52, 52, and 911. Tammy Wolf. Good hole shot. She's getting squeezed, but she's got a good angle.
Well, you know, look who's on the inside, Matthew Riddy. You got to remember they're on the outside. Matthew Riddy's got the short course, but Robbie Gordon's pulling it out in front. Tammy Wolf right behind, and right beside Tammy Wolf, 911, Jimmy Whittington. This race is going to be good.
It's Robbie Gordon, Jim Whittington, Tammy Wolf, Matthew Riddy, 1, 2, 3, 4, up there in the top corner. And what excitement right now. This is exactly what Robbie Gordon wanted to do. He wanted to get ahead of Whittington and run in the clean water.
Well, it's a replay of yesterday. He's out in front. Robbie Gordon was working on his boat last night. I talked to him in the pits earlier on this morning. He says, well, I might have found a little something extra. Let's see how much extra he's got under his belt because he is out in front right now. But right behind him, 911, Jimmy Whittington says, you're not going anywhere without me, Rob.
Third position, Craig Ferrier. Fourth position, Tammy Wolf hanging in there tough. Fifth, 93, that's a good old Jimmy Allen. Oh, Jimmy got up in there, spin out of shape there. You saw him skip sideways on the screen. But all the boats coming in that bottom corner. Oh, that's a busy place to be.
Oh, we're talking dirty water, and you don't want to be in there. You want to get as clean a line as you can. But when you're in the middle of the pack, look at the lead. These guys have stretched out. 52, Robbie Gordon, and 911, Jimmy Whittington. These guys have been doing their homework. They've left the pack behind.
Great running shot there for second, third, fourth position. You can see Tammy Wolf still in the thick of it. This has got to be a great run for her in that little yellow boat of hers.
He's got to be happy, you know, like, I mean, last year, look at that, 1 and 2, boy, I tell you, coming right at us.
Oh, have they got a lead on the third place boats? Where are the rest of the pack? Oh, there's Craig Ferrier.
Now, we've got a little bit of a wind coming down the river, so right now we're heading up into the wind. You're going to watch these boats get up on a plane, right on the back of the tail, like what you like to call the pad, and you can see them hitting some dirty water, bouncing around. Here is Jimmy Whittington's secret corner. Watch him try to duck in like he did yesterday.
He's running around the outside right now. He hasn't got an advantage, but we've got all sorts of activity.
We've got a red flag on the course.
Red flag! Red flag! We got a boat over in the top corner. We're trying to see up the top screen what's happened. I'm looking for Gary Eden, boat 111. I don't see Gary Eden coming past here, do you?
No, I don't. We definitely do have a boat blown over. He rolled over or whatever on that back corner. The rescue crew is on site already. They'll be out there looking after him. We got the rescue barge coming in with the red flag up. This is a full course stop.
Okay, we can see right there that the driver is getting up on the patrol boat. It looks like the boat's right side up. It looks like he just got pitched out probably in that dirty water, Brian.
That's exactly what's happened, Harry. We've got a boat without a driver out there. One of our safety crew on the wave runners are beside that boat right now looking after it. I'm hoping that driver's all right. They're helping him up there. Hopefully he can dry off and get back in there and we can get him racing again.
No, well, he's going to be just a little embarrassed when he comes in. The crew is going to give him a rough time.
These things happen.
Indeed they do.
And as long as he's all right, that's the main thing.
Well, you know, Blake Rock, I was talking to him yesterday, and of course he had a little swim up in Taschereau, Quebec. And Blake was saying, you know, in this game, you got to get wet every once in a while.
Well, they're on the water and it's going to happen, but I'll tell you right now, what we're doing is just waiting to hear from the officials, find out everybody's all right, make sure that, you know, there's no injuries, and make sure we can find out just who it was that went out of their boat.
Right, well, exactly that. And while we've got an opportunity here, of course, we are boat racing with the very best of safety equipment and personnel around.
Well, we've got them lining up again on the dock. We're going to have a restart here. I don't know how many laps we've got underway there. How many laps this is going to happen? Maybe you can find out from Hank on the radio.
I'm pretty sure we'll be back in 5, but I'll check that one out. I think we'll be right back to a restart. The white flag is up. We're into the countdown. Now, Brian, this is exactly where we are again. Finger poised, twitching over that start button, eyes straight ahead, thinking, who's going to get the quick jump here? What am I going to do if I'm in front? How am I going to handle my lane? Can I get around the outside? All those thoughts, but the first one is the finger on the button.
Race strategy, all important here in the EP class. Everybody wants to get that whole shot. Now, I've had people ask me, is the #1 position that important? The answer is, you bet.
Yes, and you can bet right now that Matthew Riddy is salivating. He said, come on, baby, just get me to that first goal. Oh, another great start by Tammy, man. Tammy, Hunt, and Wolf is out right beside her. Look who's the competition is, though. Yeah. Robbie Gordon.
Robbie Gordon, neck and neck. Look at that, Harry.
Tammy Wolf got a great start, but Robbie Gordon's got a lot of speed and experience there, and you can see it coming to bear. Tammy Wolf looks like she'll probably be in third because Jimmy Whittington's coming around the outside, as he likes to do.
Jimmy always pulls it out down the back of that straight. He comes around the corner, he tucks it in, but right out in front, number 52, Robbie Gordon.
Oh, Tammy spun out! Tammy spun out momentarily, but she got it back. What a piece of driving by that young girl. Oh, Dad's heartbeat's jumping up and down.
So is yours, Harry.
You got it, but look right now, it is Robbie Gordon, Jim Whittington, and it looks like, I can't see who it is in third position there. White boat could be 96, Jimmy Allen, who knows?
52, Robbie Gordon's got that boat turned in, dialed in, right on, but right on his tail, 911, Jimmy Whittington. Oh, and 93, Jimmy Allen, the flying ponytail, pulling up third position as they come by us right now into that first corner. Yep, 93, Jim Allen in third, but there is our race leader, number 52, Robbie Gordon.
And Robbie's running beautifully right now. This is exactly where they were, you know, before we had that spin out in the last one. He had about a second, maybe a second and a half lead on Jim Whittington, and that's what's running right now. Look at him coming in right at that pin. Oh, is he going to eat that pin or what? Talk about hugging the corner. There he is. Right through, hook and by. What a beautiful shot.
Robbie Gordon is not giving Jimmy Whittington any room to squeeze by him like he did in yesterday's event. I tell you, Robbie has said that he found a little something extra, and he's using it right now. But Jimmy Whittington, he knows what he's got to do. He's got a job to do, and he's going to try to pull it out.
A beautiful shot there. These boats, they're a V-bottom boat. but they might as well be a hydroplane because they're airborne. They've only got about an inch and a half, 2 inches above the water, and that's it.
You can see them right now coming into corner 3, Harry. Jimmy cutting it around there. He's, see, now there's the movie they did yesterday. If Robbie had gone wide, Jimmy would have pulled it out again, but Robbie Gordon, he knows what he did wrong yesterday, and he's not about to make that same mistake twice.
No, he's got a lot of newfound respect, I think, for Jimmy Whittington in this race. Robbie Gordon going down that back straightaway, holding on first position.
As do we all. I was talking to Jimmy Whittington last night and this morning. That boy is sore. He's been bouncing around like you wouldn't believe. And, well, who have we got? I think we've got Laura Babcock.
Yeah, well, Laura's probably down there in the pits doing what she has to do. I think we already had one interview. We're going to keep our eyes right here. We're going to stay back on the camera because it looks like our good friend is trying to make his move in the outside. And that would be 911 Jim Whittington. He swung wide and he's coming out of the woods. Jimmy Whittington trying to get an angle, trying to find a hole in armor that
yeah, but as we go by them right now, you can see in the picture. You can see in the picture that Robbie Gordon has actually stretched this lead on Jimmy Whittington a bit, but Jimmy Whittington isn't backing off. I think it's Robbie Gordon pulling a little bit more out of the hat.
I think Robbie Gordon is the guy to beat today. Jimmy Whittington, he had a great run yesterday. I mean, pretty good one today. But boy, oh boy, he's got his hands full.
You've always got your hands full in this type of racing, Harry, as you well know. But I'll tell you, what you got to do is concentrate and make sure you don't make any errors. Because the man behind you, that's what he's waiting for. That's what they capitalize on, and that's what he wants to happen. But with Robbie Gordon out in front, 28 years old, he knows what he's doing, and he knows what he's got to do.
You can see Robbie in that corner be calm and cool, taking that boat, making certain he doesn't swing too wide. He's keeping Jim Whittington on his outside hip.
But watch this. He's on the outside now. You watch Jimmy Whittington turn on that XS 650. He's trying to dial in that Evinrude, pulling up behind him. And I think he's trying to do that right now.
He's making a good run for it right now, but you know, he can't pull it on this straightaway. He is airborne, though, isn't he? Look at those two boats. Aired out. Aired out. Nothing in the water except prop. Oh,
now watch this move. Watch him do this move. He's in the dirty water. Hold on to it, Jimmy. He's going to have to go wide. Maybe he'll try to tuck it in again.
Tuck it in, but no, you saw what happened there. He just slammed the door. He said, no room for you, pal. Jimmy Whittington going on the outside straight. You know, he's closed the gap appreciably. He's only about a second, maybe half a second behind Robbie Gordon right now. And that is quite a piece of driving so far by Jim Whittington to pull that up in a lap.
EP excitement here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Dunnville, Ontario, with boat number 52 in the lead, followed very closely by our second-place competitor who won 2 heats here yesterday, Jimmy Whittington, doing a crack-up job. 52, Robbie Gordon, our boat leader.
Oh, and he pushed Jim Whittington right into the woods. Well, you know, Jimmy has been eating nothing but rooster tail for the last 3 quarters. He's got to be getting a little sick of that. We're coming up for the green flag, which means one more lap. Jim's got to make his move now.
He's trying to. There we go on our picture, right behind Tammy Wolf, one of our back markers. You watch Jimmy Whittington go right now. Let's see if he can do the same move out that he did yesterday. Watch him on this corner. He's going to try it. Watch him tuck it in here. Not this time, Jimmy. He's on the outside. But you know, right on the outside of him.
Jimmy's kept his speed up. Jimmy has kept his speed up. Robbie is making him go the long way around. Jim's got to ease out of that corner now and keep the revs up.
52, Robbie Gordon from Pickering, Ontario, 28 years old. His sponsors are Full Auto and Olston Staffing Services. Right in front of Jimmy Whittington, sponsored by Dryland Marine, Quinch Marine, Cycraft Racing, and Tedesco Waterproofing.
And there you can see it right now. It is still Robbie Gordon getting that good angle on the corner. He sets up, bails the corner, gets that bow down in. He's got Jim Whittington on the hip. He's got one more half a straightaway to go, and he's got it.
Yeah, but they got a back marker in the name of Tammy Wolf in front of him. Watch Jimmy Whittington cut it up close. Watch them go right now.
And we're trying to keep Tammy. There's Tammy in the way there right now. Jimmy Whittington in the back.
It's going to be close. It's
going to be Jimmy Whittington making his move now. Jimmy Whittington and Robbie Gordon. That is Jimmy Whittington.
Yeah.
Oh, he almost
hold on to her. Hold on to it, Jimmy. What a beautiful finish. Ladies and gentlemen, EP excitement, just the way you like it here. Thunder on the Grand, bringing a whole new meaning to me, Harry.
Oh, I think my throat, you see my heart? It's up here somewhere. I try to put it back where it belongs.
That's why they call you excitable here.
Ah, indeed. I have never seen any. You know, Jimmy's got to remember that when you cross the finish line and you're excited, you keep both hands on the steering wheel.
free as he drove right by us. He threw that fist into the air in victory and gave me a little bit of a heartburn.
Oh, not the place to hook. I thought he was going to come up and shake hands with us momentarily.
No, we don't need that.
No, we don't. And, you know, it's been a great first heat, but we're going to take a little bit of break here. But right now, let's go to Laura Babcock with the winner of the first heat of the EV class.
That's right. She's going to be talking to Jimmy Whittington. Take it away, Laura.
Jim, congratulations on a great heat. It looked for a while there that Rob Gordon might have been winning this one. How did you come around?
Well, the race is pretty much at the beginning. It's nice and calm, and everybody can run pretty much equal. Me and Rob are awfully close out there. But when the water starts getting choppy, the boats, you can't keep your foot in it. And whoever finds the calm water usually can get by, find a few miles an hour to pass. And I was able to close a little bit a couple of times, and he was able to hold me off in the corners. And finally, we came up on some lap traffic in Tammy Wolf, and she went wide and gave him a lane, but he was kind of in the wrong position to cut across his wake and take the room. So he got there, but it was a little too late because I nipped by him on the inside there and was able to hold him off the rest of the way.
How did it affect you when the heat was initially stopped because of a boat problem and then you had to restart?
I was a little bit worried at first because my boat isn't really famous for getting its good starts. It normally just kind of stalls at the dock. But you know, lately, Dryland Marine's been getting me some good starts, and Cycraft Racing's making this boat handle really great. And we've been able to, you know, pretty much get by any bit of adversity we've had so far, although now we've got a broken boat to deal with. And,
yeah, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, it was cracking at the beginning there, and it just looks like it's really gone pretty bad now. Hopefully, maybe we can tape it up. It's awfully hard on the boats out there, and I don't know if we can really take another heat.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to. Thanks a lot. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Laura, and congratulations going out to Jimmy Whittington. All right, stay tuned for more Thunder on the Grand right after this brief message. The white flag is in the air. We're getting ready to rumble.
This is a 7-lap first heat, ladies and gentlemen. 7 laps. These are tunnel boats. They trap air underneath them, and they get totally airborne. 110-mile-an-hour capability. This is something else.
Oh, you gotta like it.
Nervous time right now. That whole shot, all important.
Now, you watch these boats as they go. These boats don't have neutral. They don't have reverse. You fire them up. They're in gear, and they're racing.
Oh, false start by Brian Benton.
Now, Brian is probably going to have to go to the back of the pack. That's a shame. Brian got the #1 hole spot, but hey, you know, a little bit excited. Speaking of excitable, Harry, how are you doing over there?
Oh, I'm fine now, but obviously I'm not as excited as Brian Benton was. Right now, he's just a little angry at himself.
He's got to be a little bit disappointed, Harry. He had the #1 spot, a good chance to get up there, and right now, you know, he's sort of been got that little slap on the wrist and saying, well, Brian, you're going to the back of the pack.
But look who's now in first position. Is this fair?
Consistency.
It is nauseating, isn't it? Mark Major, 756, now has the pole position. And that is the preferred spot. Right beside him is Plum Crazy, boat number 69, or 241. I'm trying to see right now. Looks like 241, Mike Werner in there.
It's definitely a plum-colored boat.
It is indeed.
And if it is Mike Werner, it is Plume Crazy. That's what they were calling him in Quebec.
Plume Crazy.
La Plume Crazy. You didn't know I was bilingual, did you, Harry?
No, you aren't. Here we are, 756, waiting now just for turning around Brian Benton. His crew works back to the back of the plaque, and they're going to give him a little smack in the head.
Oh, no. These things happen.
You don't think?
Once again, many thanks going out to our sponsors, Henko Homes of Caledonia, Mountain Cablevision, Molson's, and Mitchell Insurance Group, along with Mercury Marine, helping to set the water on fire on a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Dunnville, Ontario. It's time for Thunder on the Grand.
And waiting now for that white flag to go up. I see our inspector, Gary MacArthur's hand is up, and that means the white flag is up.
We're getting ready to race. This is 7 laps of SST action. You watch these guys fire it up. They're firing it up. It's in gear. They're firing. And, you know, you don't sit there listening to them going, rum, rum, rum. They're going boom, boom, boom. I'm sorry, Harry?
Shot out of a cannon. Kaboom.
Kaboom?
Kaboom. That's the one.
Oh. Keep your eye on Mark Major out in front. If you weren't here yesterday, you missed some excitement. Mark Major, 2 heats, 2 victories, and he has...
There it is, white flag, white flag.
Watch this go.
Good start by 747. And Blake Rock coming up the outside, 53. Now comes 69 from Crazy.
But there he is, the inside line, keeping his line, heading towards that first pin. Mark Major, 756. He looks like he's got it. We're going to find out on the first pin. See who's there. Watch them coming at you. What a beautiful camera shot we've got right now, Harry. Tucking it in. It's 53, Blake Rock.
Oh, he came up from the outside, and he showed some serious speed to take away Mark Major in that short a time.
Well, you know what? I was talking to Blake Rock last night and this morning. They were over here at Riverside Marina. He figured his propeller was going a little bit soft. It had a bit of a warp. He was missing his hole shot yesterday. He was straightening out that propeller, and hey, by all accounts, it looks like he's got it straightened out. He's got it dialed in.
Beautifully, Blake Rock, 1 week of work, and he's at his first where he likes to be. Right behind him, Mark Major, running in third possession. It is still number 241, Mike Werner coming up beside him. Brian Babineau, 69. Paul Dixon, 41, running way back. Something's wrong with him. But look at this, Mark Major.
Mark Major on the inside of Blake Rock. Now watch what happens as they come down to that corner. Oh, Mark Major has got that Mercury working so well today. Blake Rock saying, hey, what do I have to do to win?
You know, that shouldn't have happened. Blake Rock had the inside going to that corner. He opened the door for Mark Major. You don't do that with Mark Major.
Oh, not Mr. Consistency. Now, Blake is definitely losing a bit of an edge there. Now, what that could mean, Harry, is that that propeller has gone soft. It's worked for the first little bit. You got to remember, these boats are revving 9,000 RPM, and that prop starts spinning around and loses its edge, and it loses the top end. But there he goes. Here he comes. Looking straight at you. Look at that air under that boat, Harry. Got it working so well.
Mark Major, still Blake Rock. Mike Werner, 241, running third. Fourth position. Looks like it's Brian Babineau, and right behind him, Brian Benton. We're watching all the back markers coming in that top corner. That last one right there, it's hard to believe. That's Paul Dixon at the running second yesterday.
Something's gone wrong. Something's gone wrong. I was talking to Paul. He was going to do some work. He said he had something to look after, but something happened, and we don't know what. Right now, Paul's saying, what have I got to do? I've got this boat working, and I don't know what to say.
Yeah, the thing, the pitcher's going a little blank on us here for a moment or two. We're going to take a look at it as we see it. And right now, it's down the back straightaway. We're calling this in blind. That's got to be Mark Major. Mark Major running and running clean.
Mark Major's got that boat working so well today. Wauwatosa Racing, Three Stooges Racing has got to like the way the man has got it under control today. Second place is 53, Blake Rock. 241, local boy, Mike Werner in third. Fourth place, number 69, Brian Babineau. Brian Benton, 78 in fifth. 747, pulling up sixth spot, is Brian Rodway. And 41 in seventh position is Paul Dixon.
Paul Dixon, again, a real disappointment. He runs hot or he runs not, one or the other.
Well, it's a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Dunnville, Ontario. We've got SST action coming at you. Everybody loves the boat race, so you gotta like it when it's on Dunnville, because Dunnville knows how to do it. They've been doing it for 53 years. Don't forget the beer tent.
Great run going there. Mark Major in first position. Mike Werner really starting to push Blake Rock on the inside out for second position. I believe that Mike Werner may have a lip. This may be the opportunity he needs to move up into second, but Blake Rock is hanging tough.
Blake Rock isn't going to back off for a minute. He's not going to say, go ahead, Mike, pass me. That's not going to happen. But he's got the inside line, and he's going to hold it on to it. Look at that. Mike Werner taking over second from Blake Rock, dropping him into third place.
And we're back again. There we are. All the back markers coming through. We're looking at Brian Babineau. We're looking at all Brian Rodway. But nothing right now. And he's representing a challenge to Mark Major.
756, 2 victories yesterday, and he looks like he's on his way to a third victory today. Mark Major has got it working. This crew has got that boat so well prepared. And, you know, today it looks like it's Mark Major all over again. You can see the picture right now. There you go. There's the difference between first and second place. And something's got to happen if Mike Werner wants to pull out a victory today.
Well, Mike is a seasoned, experienced driver of this course. You know he's going to do everything he can. But Mark Major also knows on his hook. And he's not going to back off.
Don't forget, boat number 69 out on the course today. Normally, Brian, a very, very responsible man. But, hey, he has got air conditioning in his helmet, Harry. If you can believe that or not, I was talking to Brian Babineau, and he's got air conditioning in his helmet.
Look at this opportunity that Mike Werner is trying to give himself. There's Mark Major. There's Mike Werner. He goes inside out on him. He's trying to hide in the rooster tail.
Well, you got to like Mike Werner's actions. He's pulling it out. He likes to race in the weeds. He's over there chopping it out. Nice, clean water, but he's really got to do something special to pull in Mark Major out in front. And as you can see, Mike Werner coming close to the dock. Not too close, but he's just trying to get their attention. The attention of the man he's trying to get is right in front of him. That's right, boat number 756, Mark Major in the lead. 53, Blake Rock in second, and sandwich in the middle. 241, local boy makes good. Michael Werner.
Yeah, Mark Major out there in front. 756, Wauwatosa Racing Team. That is one beautiful boat. You know, I don't know whether he's playing a little bit with Mike, but he seems to have just opened up that lead again.
You know, it's the back stretch of the course. As they're coming towards the dam, when they come around corner one, corner two, watch him as he comes towards us, Harry. Watch him catch that bit of a breeze underneath the boat. Get it up, trim it up. Watch him come at you. Oh, it's looking good.
And there's the difference. You see Mark hugging tight. Mike comes out and hides in the weeds. And you talked about coming in close to the dock. You know, Hank Engel's right there. You can see the referee standing. He can reach over and hand Mike a cold drink if he wanted to.
There's the green flag. The green flag is up, signifying one more lap in SST action. Coming up after the SST, the big boys. Formula One, Mod U coming your way. Right now, we've got a race to finish up in SST class with Mr. Mark Major, Mr. Consistency up in front. Look at that boat turn on, Harry.
Oh, look at that gorgeous craft. You know, that is so deceiving. He looks so comfortable, so relaxed, and he's doing over 100 miles an hour.
Hey, we've got a great camera shot here. You watch him tuck it in on this pin in corner one. Watch him crank it around. Whoa, a rocket sled on rails.
Yeah, you can see that propeller chewing away underneath there, getting a good bite of this Grand River, and away he comes down the straightaway. One more, looking at black and white.
Yeah, but looking right in behind him there. Tuck it in. I'm going to try an inside line, he says. Sorry, Mike, there's only this lap to go, and he's not going to make it. Here comes the checkered flag for this heat's winner. There he is, Mark Major!
Michael Werner in second position. Blake Rock coming up to the finish line now, has managed to hold on third. I think you're right. I think that propeller's gone walking on him.
Let's go back to Laura, who's standing by right now with the winner of the first heat of the SST 60, Mark Major.
Congratulations on a decisive victory. It looked like you might have a run for your money at the beginning, but you made your move quick. You came around that turn, did a great job. Can you walk me through it?
Yeah, Blake, of course, is real fast out of the hole. And we got to the point where you can change lanes, and he came across and shut the door on me at the first corner. It was a good move. And I went through his wash, and then I just came wide on him, stayed on his outside, and then I noticed going into the corner that he set a little late and that he was going to probably go a little wide, and I just dove on his inside, and from there we kept her out front. So.
Well, you were the clear favorite for the race. Just the announcers were billing you as the one to watch. What does it feel like to be so far in advance?
Well, I don't know that we're far in advance. We're just, we do a lot of work and try and keep the boat always up to date, and we're just constantly working. I mean, we worked on the boat all last week, and last weekend, my friend Steve Haller and my mechanic, you know, he helped me all weekend. We just test a lot and
What's it like to look in your rearview mirrors and see that you're way ahead of the other boats?
It's a good feeling. It's not as much pressure, you know. And Mike Werner's a good driver, though. He's been in this sport a long, long time, and you can't let off for a minute, because a guy like that, before you know it, he's right on your inside, and next thing you know, you're behind him. So, and if you get behind him, good luck.
Well, good luck to you on your next heat.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Laurie. We're getting close to the first heat of Mod U, but first let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more Thunder on the Grand right here on TV Hamilton Cable 14. We'll be back in just a moment.
Mike, as recently as 1995, your team had some success at the High Points Championship. How is that affecting your confidence coming into the Dunnville boat races?
I feel that the boat's working well this summer, and all through last summer we won pretty much every race but one. And we have only made a few minor changes, so everything seems to be working really well.
When you started off racing, did you ever think you'd get to be racing a Formula One?
Probably not, no. I was about 12 years old when I started.
And when the boats reach up to 140 miles an hour, what does that feel like?
It's exciting. Definitely gets your heart thumping a little bit. But I think more than top speed, you're more excited at the beginning of the race before they drop the flag.
Why is that?
Because all the boats are lined up and they're all heading out for that far turn, and you're excited.
There was an experience for you in 1994 when you were racing outside of Chicago and your boat flipped on you. What was that like?
It was not a good scene. It worked out all right. I wasn't hurt too bad, but the boat was working really well that day, and we were determined to win. We were at the American Nationals, and I was out front. And a gust of wind just caught the boat and just went up like this and over backwards.
So do you think about that when you get into the boat?
Not anymore, but I have. Yeah, it brings you to the limit that the boat's still the boss rather than the driver.
And how does an experienced driver put those negative thoughts out of their mind before the race begins?
I don't think you do put them out of your mind.
Does that keep you cautious?
I think so, yeah. But you always get a little bit cocky.
Mm-hmm. So the key to your success, is it a combination between a bit of cockiness and a bit of caution?
Yeah, a lot of years of experience. And I think a lot of us, the people who helped me in the sponsorships that I have. My major sponsor is Mountain Cablevision, which has stuck with me for years, and they're the ones who got me into Formula One. And without them, it'd be pretty hard to do it. And also, Owen and Les Boris, which own Mountain Cablevision, are also a main part of the team as well as a sponsorship. And then we have local sponsors, Riverside Marine, and a local body shop, Hank's Auto Body, who helps us keep the boat looking good after some minor accidents. And that's what keeps us going.
These boats are all equipped with safety capsules. Brian, exactly what does it do?
Well, what we're talking about, these are very similar to a fighter jet cockpit, and with a canopy coming down over top of them. Robbie Size has got the open canopy, but there's still a safety cell. And these boats, you can punch it, you can snuff it, you can put it into the water, the boat will disintegrate, and the driver, you know, the way it's supposed to work, the driver is safe and sound in that safety cell. It won't sink, it'll keep them afloat, so we've got time for the rescue craft to get there. Hopefully nothing like that will be necessary today, because these guys have got safety as a #1 concern, and safety at 140 miles an hour is what it's all about. We got the white flag in the air. We're getting ready to rumble. Thunder on the Grand. Coming your way, Formula One action here in Dunnville. Oh, Harry, you gotta like it.
10 laps. 10 laps at 140 miles an hour, averaging 39 to 40 seconds a lap. You figure it out. They're well into the 100-mile-an-hour average speed. And boy, oh boy, we have our hands full today. Keep your eye on the hole shot. Here we go.
Drivers right now poised with their fingers over top of that start button. Right foot ready to nail that throttle pedal right into the fiberglass bottom of that boat. Punching it through. It's all reinforced underneath there so they don't...
There it is.
There we go.
Oh, Michael Werner out of the hole and gone.
Oh, talk about a hole shot. But look at that on the inside, number 17, Ted Grigooch. He's got him pinned. Look at that.
Oh, Mike had a quick shot, but he was way out the outside. Teddy Grigooch just came screaming, and look who's at first. Teddy Grigooch.
Yeah.
No, Robbie Size. Mike Werner's dropped back to third. Robbie Size second.
There he is, our race boat leader. Smell that two-stroke oil.
I like it.
Here he comes into the picture, coming straight at you, our leader, number 17.
The ref won. Ted Grigooch, Mike Werner, Robbie Size, side by side. Don Jensen is just shut down. Don Jenkinson is shut down into the course.
Oh, what a shame. You know, expecting some big things from him. But look at that. Robbie Size has got his second place position. Michael Warren is closing up on him, but way out in front, there he is. Teddy Grigooch, he has got this boat working so well this weekend. You got to remember, he was last year's national champ in Sudbury, and right along with...
Either. No mistake.
No
on
mistakes.
That one. Absolutely. Look at him coming down now. We're looking at the straightaway.
Right now in the picture, he's hitting almost 140 miles an hour.
Oh, baby! Robbie Size, hold on a second. Mike Werner third, getting a real challenge from Carlisle. Good up. Carlisle got
Carlisle Gwinnett.
You got to move in that one, boys. Carlisle Gwinnett barrel roll. You saw the boat come out. There's a good sight. Carlisle Gwinnett just up on top. He is okay, ladies and gentlemen. Carlisle Gwinnett extracted himself from the boat. He is all right. Divers in the water with him. They'll check him over right now. He's saying, oh, damn, look at my boat. Pieces all over the place.
You know, this sport is so exciting, but it is also so dangerous. Tuck it into that corner, 3 Gs at over 100 miles an hour. Now you can see Teddy Grigucci's coming up here. He wants to make sure that his compadre is all right. But Carlisle's up and out of the water. Carlisle Gwinnett, what a competitor. I was talking with him last night, talking with him in the this morning, and he's saying he loves this sport, but it's so expensive. And when you get something like this happen, you got to say it's such rotten luck for this guy, because he's such a friendly guy, such a good competitor. But these things do happen.
Unfortunately, this is also part of the name of the game. They're pulling the stretcher out. That's a precautionary move. They're going to make certain that Carlisle's back is fine, that everything is fine. The best thing is you sort of count the seconds off when a boat goes over. You know it takes them about 20 seconds to get their bearings straight, to unstrap, to kick off the cowling, and then get out of the boat. And I was counting there, and then all of a sudden, pop, up he came.
There you go. We were just talking about the safety cell saying we hope we don't have to use it, but, you know, thank heaven it's there. It keeps these guys safe. It saves them from any major injuries, and I'm certainly hoping that that's the case today, because that was quite a tumble he took into that corner.
Yeah, you can see him swimming around. The helmet is now off. Carlisle's gone up. They just taken the helmet off, and they've got a whole bunch of people in the water. What they're trying to do right now is obviously that boat's got a few holes in it, and they're trying to prevent it from going down and kissing the bottom. Okay, we are going to go through the standard precautionary procedures, which means that we are going to make certain that Carlisle is transported to the ambulance, the on-site ambulance. And that is standard procedure. All right, we're going to have an opportunity here in a second or two, Brian, to take a really close look at exactly what caused Carlisle to
I was watching him as he ran around the corner. I saw it happen, but this happened so fast. Harry, you just can't believe it. You know, he goes into the corner, and I mean, this guy is such a nice guy, such a competitor. I had my... Okay, now what we're talking about on the replay is as he comes into the corner, tucks in a little bit tight, catches a corner, snuffs the sponson in, and there he goes.
Yeah, you know, when you look at this thing in slow motion, I'm convinced you can see that he fell into what we call a hole. A hole is left by another boat going through. It's almost like a standing wave. You drop your non-trip into that, and it's just like catching your shoes in the door when you're going through. All of a sudden, you're on your face.
You know, I had my grandson over in the pits with him there this morning, and our friend David from up in Apsley, along with Paul, and Carlisle Gwinnett was talking to us last night. He said, bring the boys down and, you know, let them sit in the boat and take a picture of it. And they got a picture in the boat, and that was this morning. And, I mean, he is such a, you know, such a quality person. He's such a nice guy, and I'm certainly hoping that he's all right. They've got him in the water right now. They're trying to get him over there. I'm just hoping everything's all right.
Well, you know, I just watched him there carefully, and obviously they're being very safe with him right now. One of the things that we have learned over the years is that water is the best supporter. And what they're doing right now is Carlisle is saying, Carlisle, you just stay damn still. Move your knees if you want it. We're going to keep the back straight. We're going to slide you up the ramp. We're going to put you on there, and then we'll be taking you from there.
Oh, I hate when this happens, Harry. There we go. We're dragging him up onto the boat right now, and, you know, hopefully he's going to be all right. And as soon as we hear anything, ladies and gentlemen, we will let you know. One heck of a competitor out there today. Carlisle Gwinnett from Niagara Falls, New York. It was great to see him here, and hopefully we'll see him again at... in another couple of weeks up in Sudbury. That's the way I've got my fingers crossed right now. I just hope he's all right. We got a break in the action right now, Harry, and we're going to be right back at you with more action. I do believe that we've got Laura standing by.
I do believe we have.
Can you tell me a bit about what happened to your teammate out there?
Yeah, it looked like Carlisle was chasing down Mike Warner, and it appeared as though we could catch him. He tried to go on the inside and got tripped up in his wake, and it looks like he fell into a hole, and he barrel rolled the boat.
Thunder on the Grand is brought to you by Henco Homes of Caledonia, Mountain Cablevision, Molson Brewery, Mitchell Insurance Group, and Dunsmith International.
Well, we promised you thrills, spills, and chills. Here it's thunder on the Grand. And we're getting back to get ready to some Formula One. That's right, Mod U Racing. But before I do that, Harry, you want to tell them about Carlisle?
Oh, we got some good news. We got some bad news. The bad news, of course, that Carlisle will not be back immediately. The good news is that he is apparently sound. He is a little stiff and sore. He's got a little bit of a banged-up elbow, a little bit of a sore wrenched back. But other than that, it sounds like the general prognosis initially is thumbs up.
He's going to be sore tomorrow. He's probably pretty sore right now. I mean, you snuff that boat into the corner and you tumble it over, roll it over at 120 miles an hour into the corner.
I have pain falling out of bed, I'll tell you.
Well, I tell you, that is the good news, and unfortunately, Carlisle won't be back with us this afternoon, as you had a chance to see maybe his boat being pulled out. It is not going to be back with us today. Hopefully, Carlisle will get it all back together again, and we'll have him back in a couple weeks for the Nationals in Sudbury. But once again, the good news, Carlisle Gwinnett is as good as can be expected for the spill that he took. Look at that. Mountain Cable Vision Special. 241. Michael Werner, local boy, makes good out of Dunnville, Ontario. He's 38 years old. His sponsors are Hamilton Mountain Cable Vision, Mercury Marine, Werner's Radiator Clinic, and Riverside Marina. And his crew chief is Doug Jackson, top mechanic Gordon McLeod from Riverside Marina here. They've been together for over 16 years, doing a heck of a job. And the white flag is up. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to race on a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Dunnville. It's time for Thunder on the Grand.
10 laps of fast and furious action. Make certain you've got a good angle on the whole course, ladies and gentlemen. Don't look down for your binoculars for a second. Have them in your hand, because by the time you look up again, something could happen. So keep your eyes open. The white flag is up. It's nervous time. Finger poised over the button. I love your expression. When they hit the floor, that foot is going to become embedded in the fiberglass. That's the way these boys run it. There it is. Quick
We're
start.
racing.
Oh, good start again by Don Jenkinson and Mike Warner. But, oh, look at Ted Drygooch. He's gone.
Number
Gone.
17, Teddy Grigooch, jumping right out in front. Don Jenkinson, I don't know what he took care of there while he was in the pits, but he's right behind him.
Oh, close.
Yeah. Number 17, still out in front, Teddy Grigooch, coming into corner 2. Teddy's looking good, right behind him. Number 12, Don Jenkinson, and right behind him, that looked like the yellow boat of...
Robbie Size, where did he go? He's hiding in the rooster tails. Oh, look at the speed. Ted Drygooch, Don Jenkinson, Mike Warner, Rob Size. 1, 2, 3, 4. Larry Everett, 25 is 5th. Robbie Size making his move on the inside, but Ted Drygooch first position, Don Jenkinson second.
You know, they were coming 3 abreast down that back straight, Harry. I felt the spray up here. Michael Werner's letting us know he's out there.
My heart is a bang in the air, but not as much as Teddy Drygooch has got to be out there. Look at that boat carve its way through the corner. Up comes the nose, shovels the air. In 90 miles an hour to 120 in the snap of a finger.
Well, I tell you, Don Jenkinson's really got that boat working.
Oh, look at what's
Look at that
happening
on the
here.
inside.
Holy jumping Don Jenkinson. Teddy Drygooch is shutting down. Teddy Drygooch
having problems. Problems for Teddy Grigooch, our race leader, is in the middle of the pack.
He's dead. The cowl's up. The engine's shut down. Teddy Drygooch is finished for this race right now. Unfortunately, he's got a little bit of speed. I don't know what's happened. Maybe he's cooked something he doesn't like. But let's go and pick up the boat races. Ted Drygooch heading into the pits.
Teddy's bringing it in right away, but that unfortunate mishap for Teddy Grigooch. Oh, yeah, that puts him in the lead. Number 12, Don Jenkinson. Oh, the Lucent Technology boat is looking good. He's got it working.
Oh, Don Jenkinson running and hiding right now. Make no apologies, Don. You are pushing hard on Ted Grigooch. And now you got some mustard in your hands, because Mike Warner, that all-yellow boat, is right behind you. Keep driving, Don.
Mustard in your hands, Harry?
Yeah, that's what you get when you yellow in the rearview mirror, that's all. Here we go. Here we go. Look what's happening in that top corner. Still Don Jenkinson, Mike Werner trying to find an angle. You can see the white water coming off his cowl there for a split second. That's compliments to Don Jenkinson.
You gotta like it. He's in his rooster tail, and Don Jenkinson's gotta like it. He made it happen in Bellwood. Yes, indeed. Race day number 2 here, making a real different lineup. Everything changes. It's a different day. It's a different race.
Don Jenkinson, Mike Werner right behind him. Robbie Size trying to make an angle. Him being forced a little wide there in boat 46. Now he cuts back inside.
There he is, our race leader, number 12, Don Jenkinson, doing a dynamite job today. Now, you know, he's got to be in the pits thinking about what happened. Teddy Grigooch knows these motors inside out. He feels something, let's go. He's not going to ruin it. He's going to shut it down. He can fix it. Maybe he'll be back for the next heat. You never know.
Right. There's too much money, too much time, everything. A little bit of magic built into these engines to go blowing it.
Oh, look at this man come down the front straight. Oh, looking good. You bet.
This is technology. Quarrel. Don Jenkinson hooks it in. Mike Werner not giving up the battle. Robbie Size in there thick as well.
Robbie Size coming out a little bit wide in that corner. He's got Mike Werner in his sights, but Mike Werner knows he's right behind him. He's not going to back off for a minute. 1, 2, 3. Don Jenkinson, Mike Werner, and Robbie Size down the back straight, bringing it into corner 1. Watch him hook this corner.
Ladies, see that nose drive down to the water? That inside of that sponge that hooks in, it's just like digging an arm out, grabbing a telephone pole, and around you go.
Oh, I like the way you think.
Here we go. Again, beautiful picture there. That number 12 boat, perfectly hung out, beautifully balanced, running like a clock. Mike Werner trying to come inside. Mike Werner trying to make his move, but Don saw him and slammed the door in his face. Look at how close Mike is to that pin.
Mike's definitely reeling him in right now, but down that back straight, that loose end technology specialist got him waiting. He's got him waiting up behind there. Mike's got to hope that Don Jenkinson does something wrong, but Don Jenkinson's not about to make any mistakes. 48 years old, he knows what he's doing. He's got some experience. Mike Werner has got to find a hole, and I don't know how he's going to do it.
Well,
right now, they're catching up on the back marker, Larry Everett.
And that might be your opportunity.
That could open up a window for him.
That's right. Now, Larry Everett, if he's smart, will run wide. He's got to see these guys coming. He's going to be checking his rearview mirror, saying, do I have to
You
move
watch
over
him.
yet?
Watch Mike Werner on this corner. Watch him tuck it in, trying to get the
look
clean
at him
water
taking
on
him
the
right to the
inside.
tail, and there goes Robbie Size out in the water again. He's getting pushed outside every time.
Well, Robbie knows what he's doing. He's waiting for his spot, too. Just like Don Jenkinson was pushing Ted Grigooch. Ted Grigooch pushing a little bit hard, something let go, and all of a sudden from second, you're in first. You know, you got to watch the boat in front of you. Look at that corner action there, Harry.
Oh, and you can see Don Jenkinson making no mistakes. Mike Werner's trying to go inside now. Michael Werner has come inside. He's saying, now is my chance, but he hasn't got enough speed to catch Don Jenkinson. No, sir.
Yeah, but look at Mike taking the inside line, keeping that water clean. You watch him hook this corner, Harry.
Oh, the G-forces, Mike Werner slamming that boat down, but Robbie Size has just joined him again.
Look at Robbie pulling in Mike. Robbie's got something holding back there.
We see 1, 2 boats going down the straightaway at 130, 140 miles an hour. There's Robbie Size, boat number 46. He's just starting to catch up to the rooster tail of Mike Werner in second position. 1, 2, 3, into that top corner, out of that top corner. Away they go.
Don Jenkinson up in front. Hey, 241, Michael Werner in second. 46, Robbie Size in third. And unfortunately, Larry Everett just not pulling it out of the hat today. Something's happening out there.
Larry is a lap behind, but he's still in fourth position right now because of all the problems we've had so far in this class.
Well, you know, you got to like the way these guys pull it out of the hat. They sit there, they watch an accident, they get out there, they forget it, put it out of their mind. We're here to race, and that's exactly what they're doing. Don Jenkinson's putting on one heck of a performance for it this afternoon.
I think we got about 2 more laps to go in this, the first heat of the Modified Unlimited. They're working their way down to pick up the green, which will be the beginning of the final lap. Mike Werner, Rob Size, what do they do here, Brian?
Well, you gotta like Don Jenkinson's chances. But Michael Werner is a dedicated performer. He knows what he's doing. He's not gonna let him walk away with anything. Watch him hook this corner.
He's hooking.
He's hooking it, but he's also in his spray. But look at how much closer he is.
He's
Watch
very
him come
close.
down this back straight. I see, he got a little bit of air there.
Yeah, he did. Don Jenkinson got a little more speed. Might close the door a bit, but Don had the speed. Going down the back
straight right now. Out in front, number 12, Don Jenkinson. But hey, Mike Werner's not backing off an inch.
Don Jenkinson into that top corner, takes a beat on this last pin, hugs it close enough that nobody's going to get on the inside. He's forced both Mike and Rob wide. Take it in, Brian.
Here we go down the front straight, and there's your winner, number 12, Don Jenkinson. Second place, 241, Michael Werner. Third place going to 46, Robbie Size.
Oh, did those three gentlemen put on a foot race, huh? Oh, dearie.
They had their foot in it. What you can bet on that, Harry.
Yeah, you betcha. What a piece of racing we have had here. We know that Carlisle wishes that he was right out there in the race course with these guys right now. You know, these guys aren't done. We're going to be back in a little while with the second heat of this. I don't know if I can handle it, Brian.
Well, Mod U is definitely turning us on this afternoon, and we're turning on too. And now let's go to the winner's circle where Laura Babcock's going to be standing by with the winner of the first heat, Don Jenkinson.
Congratulations on an impressive heat. Can you tell me a bit about how you were able to stay ahead of Mike that whole time?
Well, we have a different motor than we had yesterday. Yesterday we were running basically a stock motor with not much done to it. We're probably down about 50 or 75 horsepower compared to what we normally run. And today, Steve Novak was gracious enough to lend us a motor that has probably about 100 more horsepower than we had, and that makes a difference. Much more acceleration around the course, going through the turns, and of course off the Le Mans start, just much quicker.
Was there ever a time when you thought that Mike might get you on one of the corners?
Well, I kept watching my mirrors. He was getting close, and I was thinking about him. I had my eye on him, let's put it that way.
How did the accident in the first heat affect your mental preparation for this race?
Well, actually, it helped me out. We broke down on the first heat there. The electrical harness came unplugged, so the motor stopped, and we had to get towed in. So actually, the accident was a blessing for us. We came in, fixed our problem.
Referee Hank Engel is trying to get everybody lined up so that white flag can go up, and we get into our second heat of the EP class. This is an opportunity, Brian, to explain how overall winners are determined. By the results of the first heat combined with the results of the second heat, a points tabulation is arrived at.
There's Craig Ferrier.
And it is indeed.
Craig Ferrier was at Alanis Morissette last night, but he's back with us racing today and definitely a force to be reckoned with. Look at you, they're talking about me. That's right, Craig Ferrier, we are. Craig's from Ajax, Ontario. He's 26 years old, and his sponsors are Selective Glass and Trim, Coming Edge Signs and Designs, and his crew is himself, his fiancée Trish, and Daryl Matthews.
Just to finish off that bit, when the points tabulation is equal, for example, if a driver should win first in the first heat and come second and reverse for the other guy, what they do is do a time differential. But right now, the white flag is up, and we're looking at the second heat of the EP class, Brian.
Well, you got to remember, these are a V-bottom boat, a lot different from your tunnel hulls. Tunnel hulls get up on a cushion of air underneath them. These guys have got air all around them. These boats are pushing 75 to 80 miles an hour, and they look like they're out of control, but these drivers have got a great deal of control. And, you know, you got to make sure you realize just how much these guys are bouncing around in there. Jimmy Whittington pulling it out of the hat there yesterday, bouncing around out there, and I was talking to him today, and he's mighty sore.
White flag down! There we go! Good start once again by Robbie Gordon, 52-71, right beside him.
Stephen Wrong. But you keep an eye on Jimmy Whittington, 9-11. He's on the inside. They got to hold their line so they get to the first pin. This is 5 laps of EP action. Stuck behind at the dock. Oh, no, 96, Matthew Riddy. And no, the flying ponytail is not flying right now.
No, we are looking right now at that top corner at poor old Jimmy. He's dead in the water up there in the starting lineup. But it is Robbie Gordon in clean. On behind him is 911. He's trying to get them going.
He knows those boats are coming at him pretty soon. He wants to get out of the way.
And he's trying to get out of there now. Jimmy's going. Oh, get that baby up, Jimmy. Get it going.
Well, you know, look at our lead boat. 52, Robbie Gordon.
And it's the same situation. Maybe a little better lead this time than he had the first time round over Jim Whittington.
And third place going to 71, Stephen Wrong right now. He wants to hold on that and get it done. But
we all got it over!
Jimmy Whittington is over! Jimmy Whittington is over! In the corner, number 3, Jimmy Whittington. He's up out of the water. Jimmy, let's see a wave.
Down. Boat's gone down!
There's a wave from Jimmy Whittington. You know, he's been flying that boat all weekend, and you hate to see that happen.
If you take a look, you see a whole bunch of jetsam and flotsam in the water there. I'm afraid Jimmy Whittington's got a broken boat. But you know, the most important thing right now is Jimmy Whittington. Heck, we can go find that boat later. He's waving his hands, and he's smacking the water. He is really upset with himself.
Well, you know, he was around that corner. He got some dirty water. He's been flying that boat all weekend long. And like I say, it looks like they're out of control. They're on the edge. They're pushing that envelope from the inside out. That means a restart, and there's one happy guy out there, Jimmy Whittington. is not a happy guy. Jimmy Allen says, well, maybe I can get a better start from the dock this time.
Yeah, right now,
Hey, Jimmy, hang on to that ponytail. Right now, we got to look after another Jimmy. Jimmy Whittington, you know, he's been hot all weekend long, and, you know, you got to push these boats to the edge. And unfortunately, the edge was just a little over that time.
You know what I can't believe about it is we see Jimmy Whittington getting out of the boat now, out of the water and into the rescue boat. I cannot believe how quickly his boat disappeared.
Well, you know, Dad's over there watching things right now. Dad's got to be, you know, a little bit at ease knowing that his son is all right. But they've got to definitely take some work underhand to get that boat ready for the Canadian Nationals in Sudbury in 2 weeks.
It's time to shut it down here for a second or two. So, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Brian Agar, I'm Harry Wilson. We're going to take a moment or two break here, but we will be right back with more fun.
Jim, can you tell me a little bit about what happened to you in this heat?
Well, I came down the front stretch, and as usual, I had to, you know, make up some ground on Rob, and I've been making the same move, cutting across his wake and you know, getting the inside of him and then pushing out a little bit wide, and I've been able to, like, work that turnabout every time I've passed him so far this weekend, and I went for the same thing this weekend, and I just couldn't climb over his wake for some reason. The boat wouldn't grab, and it climbed up on his wake, and then just, like, it was going to, like, hook on me, and I just kept my foot in, and I tried to overcorrect it, but it overcorrected, and
when we spoke to you a little earlier, you were concerned about the damage to your boat after the first heat. Were you able to fix that in time for this one?
Yeah, that wasn't the problem. It was just, well, when I brought it down, like, the deck just blew right off it. The boat just blew apart as soon as I hit the water, and you know, I made it through it all right. It was my first flip. Not looking forward to my next.
It's time for thunder on the Grand Inn. Here we go. This is a 5-lap shortened heat of EP Entertainment, and you got to watch him go. The white flag is up, Harry. We're getting ready to race.
Okay, remember 52 has pole position still. That's Robbie Gordon, and right beside him, I believe, will be 93, Jimmy Allen. Take a look at it. Here we go. White flag is up.
Getting ready to race. Right now, Robbie Gordon has got to feel a little bit better knowing he's not going to have Jimmy Whittington on his tail. Jimmy Whittington wishes he was on his tail, but right now, it's a new race, and we're getting ready to rock and roll in EP. Oh, you got to like these boats.
There it is, the white flag down. Good start, everybody up.
Robbie Gordon's got the line. He's out in front again this time. He's got it going. And Jimmy Allen made a clean start out the dock this time. A heck of a restart for him. Unfortunately, Rick Attard's still at the back of the pack.
Yeah, that engine just is not kicking in for him at all coming off. I was watching him come out the line. It was just confident sputtering.
Corner number 1, Harry, our race leader. Watch him hook this corner and hold on to it. Oh, yeah, Robbie Gordon, 52, doing a dynamite job out there today. Now, I have the feeling you're going to watch this man walk away with it, but no, I don't think he's going to walk away that far. Number 71, Stephen Wrong, is in second place, and he's got him dialed in, too.
Yeah, Stevie Wrong can really fly this boat, make no doubt about it, and so can Robbie Gordon. And look at that, clean water, airborne, that thing is flying.
That's why they call them pilots. Oh, yeah. Go, he's looking good coming at you right now, 52. Robbie Gordon, look at these guys behind him. Packed up there.
Oh, another one right up on edge. That is number 111. No, it isn't. It was number 96. And he is rocking. Ho, bouncy.
Hitting that dirty water. He's got a little bit of problems there. He's got that motor up a bit high.
Yep.
He can't get it quite dialed in. He's got to get it down there. He's got to get a bite. He's going to that corner real slow. That boat is flying around on him.
Let's go back up to the front of our racetrack and see what's happening there as we're watching the boats coming out of the bottom corner. Everybody's out of there safely as we wanted. And a full straightaway lead already for Rob Gordon.
Robbie Gordon's got that boat dialed in, and he is, I mean, he's execution and perfection today. Robbie Gordon, always the man to watch out there. He had to feel a little bit bad about his main nemesis behind him, Jimmy Whittington, dropping out of the race, but I don't think he feels that bad.
Well, right now he's thinking one thing only. Steve Wrong, stay right where you are. I want to go all the way, start to finish. And that's what he's looking at, 52. Listen to that engine chewing away there.
Oh, yeah, look at him get the air under that boat. Nice looking boat, that Critchfield.
It is a beautiful handling craft. They get completely aired out and just fly from one end of the straightaway to the other.
We got Stephen Wrong, 71 in second, and 93, Jimmy Allen in third.
Yeah, fourth belongs to Craig Ferrier. Fifth, Rob Orley. Sixth, Will Alsop. And coming in 7th and 8th position, it's Ricketard and
Tammy Wolf. Tammy Wolf nose to nose there. Coming around, Rick tucks it in tight. Tammy goes a little bit wide.
And the back markers will just go back up to the front of the pack now as we are watching the last two boats come through. And already at the top corner, Robbie Gordon.
Robbie Gordon has got that boat working so well today, Harry. These guys, when Jimmy was out there with them, they were leaving everybody behind. As you can see in our picture right now, he has got that boat flying down the front straight. Way to go, Robbie. 5 laps of EP action. Oh, you gotta like it. Look at him racing today, Harry.
Oh, and there's a fantastic picture. You know, that boat cannot have even that 4 inches that I normally talk up in the water. He's on 1 inch. Look at him rocking and rolling down that back straightaway.
Well, Robbie knows he's got a bit of a lead, but he isn't backing off at all because he knows if he does, he's got 71
Steve
Wrong.
Wrong, right up in the air again. Cardiac. There it is, Stevie Wrong giving everybody a little thrill, yours truly included.
Thrills, spills, and chills here today in Dunnville. The 53rd running of Thunder on the Grand. Certainly not what you'd call a dull day, Harry.
Not by a long shot. And there we got a good view of our race leader, boat number 52, carving his way through the corner, Robbie Gordon.
Robbie Gordon, sponsored by Full Auto and Olston Staffing Services. They got to be proud of their man today.
Oh, and that is one beautiful piece of equipment. He bounces it coming out of that corner, trying to find a smooth lane. You know, I don't know that that's possible on this river course with these EPs out there.
No, there's not much smooth water out there today right now. You watch him coming down that front straight, coming straight at us. That boat is up in the air. He's riding on the pad. The prop's in the water, and it's, hey, setting the water on fire, and it's not a Mercury.
Not a Mercury.
It's an OMC doing it for you today in the EP class.
Yeah, and right behind him is another OMC, Steve Wrong, boat number 71. You know, he doesn't look to be quite as enthusiastic on that straightaway.
Oh, I tell you, he's still got that boat up in the air. He's not backing off a bit. Second place goes to Steve Wrong. Third place, Jimmy Allen. Fourth place, Craig Ferrier. Fifth place, Cameron Morley doing a dynamite job today, too.
Craig Ferrier brought it right up in his hip, but we'll get back right now to our race leader. Look at the lead there that Robbie Gordon has opened up again on Steve Wrong. He has got at least a half a straightaway lead.
You know, Robbie likes to win, but he doesn't like to win with his opponent's boat at the bottom of the river, but he'll take it.
And Robbie Gordon wants now, he's looking for the green lap. He wants that green flag saying, come on, get me out of here.
They're getting ready with the green flag right now, Harry.
One more lap to go, one more. There's the referee's flag up saying, come on, Rob, keep her in place. One more lap to go.
Look at the lead he's got right now.
Three quarters straight away. 3/4. Robbie's settling down there. He doesn't have to push it as hard. He's not going to slow down. He's not going to
he's watching what he's doing right now. He knows what a lead he's got. He's taking a look over his shoulder. Stephen Wrong is quite a way back, almost half a straightaway lead he's got. And he's coming around corner number 3, coming down number 4, heading towards corner number 1.
That's Jimmy Allen running third there. Right behind him, Craig Ferrier in 4th position. And Rob Morley in 5th. You can see him flopping around back there.
That's Cameron Morley doing a dynamite job out there today, holding down that spot. But these guys are all working hard. They're all major competitors, and they're all racing hard. You know, you got to like the way things are looking right now for Robbie. Robbie out in front, feeling comfy, feeling it out, coming around. There he is. Corner number 2, he's coming down the back straight. He's going to put this one away. He's got it in his back pocket right now, and he's got to feel good about it.
Oh, and he is deserving for all the hard work he's done. One has to have a sorry spot in your heart for Jim Whittington right now, but then who cares? It is
52, Robbie Gordon.
Beautiful piece of driving, Rob. Congratulations. Second belongs to Stevie Wrong in boat number 71.
Great job of racing today. Stevie Wrong doing a marvelous job out there. KSM and Sun Automotive, JMC Pallets, they got to be proud of him.
93 running that stock block, his second
there
engine.
There he goes, the flying ponytail, Jimmy Allen.
For Craig Ferrier in boat number 737. And let's go down to Laura with the winner of the EP class. When he comes in, that's boat number 52, Robbie Gordon.
I'm here with Rob Gordon. Congratulations on a good heat. How did it feel to be way ahead at the end of the race? You had almost a half a lap maybe on your competitors.
Well, it felt really great. I think the only reason for that, though, is we lost Jim Whittington out there. He flipped his boat on about the second lap, I guess, and that's really sad to see. He was running great, and he's beat me all weekend, so.
Do you think that you raced any better yourself in this heat?
I don't feel like I raced any better. You know, I had a little more cushion, a little more leeway, and had Jim been there, I would have had to drive a little bit harder, I think, so he really pushes me.
Well, congratulations. That's it for our EP racing today. Back to you, Brian and Harry.
And stay tuned. We'll be right back with the final heat of SST 60 racing. Right after this, it's Thunder on the Grand.
Welcome back. We are in for our second heat of the SST class, Brian.
Well, SST is looking good today. It's looking really good for one guy in particular, Mr. Consistency. That's right. Mark Major is out there. He is turning up the river today. It is the Grand. It's Thunder on the Grand. And if anybody knows about Thunder on the Grand, don't you know, it's got to be Mr. Consistency, Mark Major.
I'm here with Mark Major with Three Stooges Racing Team. Mark, you've been driving the craft for the past 3 years. How did you initially get involved in the sport?
Well, actually, I was down in Fort Myers, Florida with my uncles, and they're the ones who used to race, and I used to go to the races with them as their pit crew, and saw some boats down there, and decided, well, maybe we should start looking seriously. And we were in Florida and actually made a phone call and bought a boat, and that's how things started 3 years ago.
What's your favorite race strategy, Mark?
My favorite race strategy, I would say, in a lot of cases, I'm not usually one of the first ones off the dock. So I like to turn real hard, pass people on the inside, and generally that's where I've won my races, is just by good hard turns.
What about some experiences in the past when you've had some bad luck? Can you tell me about those?
Yeah, in 1994, our first season in EP, we had a great season. We were at our last race in Hamilton, and we were in the warm-up heat, and a gentleman had rolled off a wave, and the air caught him, and he came up and landed right on my deck and came through the side of the boat to almost to where I was sitting. And that was a little scary.
Were you able to walk away from that one?
Yeah, actually, I just stuck my hand out the side and pushed the deck down and held it down and actually finished the race. But, yeah, I didn't have any scratches. It was just a little bit. It was the closest impact I've had.
What are some of your proudest moments as a racer?
My proudest moments. 1994, our first year, our rookie season in EP class. We won the Dunnville Canadian National Championships, and that was definitely a proud moment. But I would have to say last year, because we had a lot more races, we had moved up into SST 60, and that was, again, a rookie. And I'd say that winning the Canadian Nationals in 1995 in this class, because there's a lot more competition, was probably one of my prouder moments.
What other mental preparation goes into a race?
Part of your testing is mental preparing for a race. I don't know that you can ever mentally prepare for each race because every single heat is different. Water conditions, where you are on the dock. Basically, it's where you pull your number from the hat, and where you start on the dock is when you start to prepare mentally as to what you're going to do and what your technique is going to be. So I think every heat has got a different technique to it. I have a little thing that I go through, a little thing that I do. It's a little off the wall. It's something to do with my grandmother and so forth that I do. It's a ring that I wear of hers, and, you know, I give it a kiss and say, this one's for you every race. So that's something that I do.
Do most racers have some little tradition that they do?
I think a lot of them do. Yeah, I think there's a little technique that you go through. I kiss the boat, the motor, and the ring. So something that I do anyways.
Other drivers have told me that they like racing in Dunnville because of the crowds, the way that the course is laid out. What are your feelings about the Dunnville race?
Dunnville is probably one of our favorite events. It's been around a long time. We get great support from Mountain Cablevision at that event. Mike Werner is a really good guy and puts a lot of hard work into that event. And I think what all the drivers enjoy the most is that it's been there the longest. Everybody's comfortable with the actual course itself. And the support as far as the fans go, it's one of our best events. I can't believe how many people come out to that race, rain or shine. So I just think it's an exciting one because we know that the crowds are going to be there and everybody's comfortable with the course.
And it looks like all the boats are in line along starting on the pit row there.
They're all getting ready to rock and roll.
Yes, indeed. And 756, as we mentioned, Mark Major, by virtue of his win in the first heat, has the pole position. And we're waiting now for the white flag, which has just gone up. We are 15 seconds or so away from the start of the second heat.
Now, these guys are sitting there. The crews are holding on to them. They got the finger poised right over top of that starter button as they kick that engine into life. It's going to fire, and they're going to be setting the water ablaze here in Dunnville, Ontario for the 53rd running of Thunder on the Grand SST action. 7 laps
I can't
of
wait.
heart-wrenching action.
If I'm sitting in that boat right now saying to her, come on, baby, come on, just give me the quick shot, and let's get out of here and go run in some clean water.
7 laps, and these boats are at speeds of 100 miles an hour, and out of the water, out of the hole, Michael Werner gets the hole shot, right side by each with Blake Rock, 7:56. Mark Major lost a little bit off the start.
But you know it's Michael Werner's got the lead right now, but he has not got the inside lap. It is a matter of speed right to the first one. Let's take a look from the other camera angle. What's going to happen here?
Now, you've got to remember, they've got to hold their position.
Mike Werner has got the lead right there.
Oh,
Michael Werner, 241, pulling into first place.
La Plume Crazy.
Forced to the outside is Mark Major. Right beside him is Blake Rock in boat number 53.
You know, you can catch out Mike as he's coming down that back straight. He had that boat bouncing a little bit, trying to find the right trim spot. But he's got that air underneath of that boat, and he is stretching it out. But Mark Major says, I'm coming after you, brother.
Michael Werner, 241. What he doesn't know about this river course is not worth knowing.
Well, that's it. Michael Werner knows exactly what he's got to do. He's got to keep it stretched out in front. You can't give Mark Major a chance on you. He'll pull you in, reel you in, and rip right by you. But down that back straight, Michael Werner is looking good. He's got that prop chewing him up, putting him forward, and hey, look who's behind him.
If I'm Mike Werner, I'm not looking behind me for too long because I know that Mercury's going to come snarling up behind. Right now, the OMC-powered 241 Mike Werner from Dunnville, Ontario. Lead boat in clean, out clean. Right behind him, Mark Major. He's hiding in the rooster tail.
Yeah, but look at Mark Major. He's got an inside line, but Mike says, I don't think so.
He's going to run him tight to the pin if I know Mike Werner.
You know Mike Werner, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Mike Werner has got this race down so tight. You can see it right there. Now he's going to try him on the outside. Not the inside, I'm going to try him on the outside.
Mike Werner just drifts out a little bit, as is his prerogative. As the lead boat, he can choose his line. Everybody else has to do is
Corner 3, tucking it in right behind him. Second place, Mark Major just holding on.
Third place, still Blake Rock right behind him. Fourth place is Brian Babineau, then Brian Benton is fifth. Now there's a pretty picture. Mike Werner, beautifully balanced. That's the advantage of that clean water. He likes it out there.
La Plume Crazy is doing it for you, putting on a heck of a show today. Local boy makes good. Michael Werner, but he's got to hold on to it. We have 7 laps of racing here, and it's not over yet.
Not by a long shot, because as Mike goes through, you see who's right there in his rooster tail, making his move to the outside this time. He's a little
coming to the outside. Stay out of those weeds there. You can't even see him in the picture right now.
Mike Werner right now. He's hiding in the weeds.
Yep.
There it is. Mike Werner in front. Right behind him, coming hard, is Mark Major, and this is going to be really tight coming down this straightaway.
You gotta like it. You gotta like the way these boats are looking this afternoon. A beautiful shot as he goes by. The race leader, 241. Michael Werner is holding on to his lead, but Mark Major says, I'm right behind you.
There's the move. Mark Major's just gone inside. He's trying to say, I think I'm a bit faster on the back straightaway. Let's see what happens there, but it's still Mike Werner out there in front, 241.
There he is alone in your picture right now, but that's only the picture. Watch him come in the
Look at what's happening here. Look what's happening. It is Mark Major making his move, but it's still Mike Werner's got the door. He's going to slam it in his face. Wow,
there you go.
It is.
Well, I tell you, Mike Werner's making this a rough race for Mark Major. Mark Major almost cuts inside that boy. He lost a little bit of time on that, but he's coming down the inside. On the outside now, he's got to find a line. He's got to get some way by here. This should have been a 10-lap race, but because of the day and the delay, what we've got is a 7-lap race. This is shortened down. The way it looks right now, Mark Major would like to have 10 laps. He doesn't have that much time to reel in that leader, and the leader still is 241 Mike Werner.
What a tremendous run there for Mike Werner. Borrowed equipment. This is a boat that right now is proving that you put a great driver in a good boat and you've got a winning combination.
Well, you know, this is Brian Babineau's backup boat. Now, Brian Babineau was saying if he keeps on winning like this, that's going to be my first boat, and he's going to be racing the other boat.
That seems somewhat unfair, but in the owner, you can do what you want. But right now, you can still see Mike Werner 241, Mark Major right behind him in 756, first and second, and they're way ahead of the third place boat.
Well, Brian Babineau and Mike Werner have been here since Tuesday all week, setting these boats up just right so that they can make it happen. They've been on the water. They've been testing all week. And right there, the proof is in the pudding. The results are a first place position right now for Michael Werner, but right behind him, not backing off an inch. Yeah, Mr. Consistency, Mark Major.
And you know, if they hold this position for a couple more laps, it's going to come down to elapsed time, because I believe at the end of the first heat, it was Mark Major first, Mike Werner second. So let's see what happens here. Mark's starting to try and make his move. He's closed up a bit. He has definitely closed off about 10 yards.
You got a beautiful picture of Mike Werner in there, but you want to make that picture even more beautiful, you got to see how close these guys are racing. They're coming to corner one, and the way things are looking right now on the camera, he's going to shut the door on him again.
And there he goes. Slam the door in his face, eat a little dirty water, cross my wake, and go the long way around the course. Nice driving by Mike Werner. Beautiful driving.
Well, Mike knows what he's doing. He's got a lot of experience under his belt, and nobody knows this river better than Mike Werner, so that's exactly what we're looking at right now, his experience and the knowledge of this river, how it goes, how the currents are, exactly where to be. But, you know, Mark Major's still looking.
You know, one slight tactical error by Mike Werner, and Mark Major is gone. But, you know, right now, it is Mike Werner who is setting the course. He's in command of the race. He is establishing where everybody's going.
Look at him going the outside. He's going to try him on the outside now. See, he hit a bit of dirty water, and he lost that precious second or so. And Michael Werner says, look out, buddy, this race is mine.
Mike Werner on the inside, Mark Major on the outside. Now, Mark is going to have to try to go outside in, which means he's going to swing wide, hope he can dive in underneath Mike Werner's rooster tail on the inside of the course. But he hasn't got enough space to do it.
We call that a Jimmy Whittington move, wouldn't we?
Indeed we would.
It worked for him yesterday.
No chance from the outside in there. No chance at all.
Now this is a different move. Mike Werner's on the outside.
Yeah,
on the inside, Mark Major is going to try to make his move, and he's trying. The green flag is up, signifying one more lap of SST action.
Mike Werner is now going to slam the door one more time on Mark Major's face. There it is. Door gets closed. Lock the water. Mark Major hanging tight, though. He's hanging tight.
He's holding that clean water on the inside.
And he kept the
You watch him go here right now. Watch him turn it.
Tight. But he lost the speed. Mike has the speed.
That's twice in a row in that corner for Mark Major. He gets him in there tight. He's pulling into the clean water tight on the corner, but he gets out that right outside sponson, catches the dirty water, and he loses that pressure second or so. And that's happened 3 or 4 times where he's lost a second.
And that's exactly what is happening right now, Mark. Mark is saying, what can I do here? I've got one more corner to do something here. This guy is driving me crazy.
Yeah, but he's got to keep that time up, and that's what exactly. He's going outside. He is going to have this boat punched right out to the limit. Right out to the limit. You watch him come down here because he's got to close it up. It's a time special right now.
Mike Werner going to take the checkered flag, and there it is, Michael Werner!
241, local boy Michael Werner, second
Major.
place, 756, Mr. Consistency.
And third place coming around here right now, and having run a very nice and respectable race, Blake Rock in boat number 53.
Good race, Blake, all the way down from Espanola, Ontario. He's had problems, but he's still pulled out of third place. Well, let's pay another visit to Laura Babcock. She's going to be with the winner, and we're going to be right back at you. So, hey, take it away, Laura.
I'm down here with Mike Werner, and he just won the heat in the SST. You've got to rush off and get into your other boat and do another race here. Can you just tell me a little bit about the competition you had going with Mark Major on this course?
I think it was a really good race. Mark's been winning all year, and I think it's nice to see a Johnson win once in a while, and then it doesn't look like the Mercury guys got some extra. I am a dedicated Mercury man, but that was a good race. It was fun.
Which do you prefer racing, the SST or the Formula One?
You know, I've been through all this once. I like racing Formula One.
Well, it's still very impressive that you can come back and still win a race. Thanks a lot, Mike, and good luck in your next race.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Laura. This has been a great weekend. We've got Formula One Mod U Modified Unlimited coming up. One more heat of the big boys. Hey, TV Hamilton, Cable 14, and Mountain Cablevision doing it for you. A beautiful day here in Dunnville. We're going to be right back with you. Oh, yeah, I'm talking about Thunder on the Grand. My name is Brian Agar, and Harry Wilson right beside me. Harry, having a great weekend.
Get yourself down here. This is the final heat. We got 10 furious laps of Modified Unlimited Formula One outboard racing here, Brian.
Right now, these guys are sitting there with their fingers right over top of that starter button. They kick that button down, the engine comes to life, and they're taking off, and they're all looking for that hole shot.
You know the program here, everybody. You know the routine. Hang on for the hole shot. Get straight into that corner. Hold your line. Come out of the corner. And then go for it. Inside out, outside in, whatever you figure's your advantage.
They're racing!
Oh, quick shot!
Great hole shot by 241. Michael Werner has got him.
Oh, what a hole shot by Mike Werner!
He's got the hole shot, but number 12, that's right, Don Jenkinson says, hey, what hole shot? Look at me catch up to you.
And Michael Werner coming in right at first.
Shuts it. Oh, my God.
Over.
Don Jenkinson in the air.
Don Jenkinson flew over, caught Michael Werner's rooster tail, flew right over. We're waiting now to see what, look, there he is. He's out.
The driver is out of the water.
And
he's out of the boat.
He's
in the
water.
Hands
over his head.
Don
That's
Jenkinson.
okay. Michael Werner, there's crew chief right now. There's Gordon McLeod down there and shaking his head, wondering what happened.
Oh, my. Well, I tell you, we have spills, thrills, and lots of chills. Yes, those are goosebumps on my arm there right now. Number 12, Don Jenkinson. Major disappointment. I tell you, you got to watch as these guys come into the corners. And, you know, they hold their lines. They get it out in front. You know, this is a major shame. I'm, you know, got my fingers crossed. Don Jenkinson has got to be okay.
Yeah, he
the
went
boats
over
are coming
very
back to
hard.
the dock.
He picked up the rooster tail off Mike's boat, and it picked him right up and threw him up in the air. He turned on his turn, on his transom, and down he went.
There we go. The rescue boat is on the scene right now. It looks to me like Don Jenkinson is all right. They've got the rescue boat right there right now. Actually, he's trying to climb up into the corner judge's boat, so he's fine. They're going to get him up onto the rescue boat right now. Get him over here on shore. Just give him a quick checkup, make sure everything is all right. That is an awful shame. A beautiful boat, and right now it's not where he wants it to be.
No, it's pointing at the moon right now. We're just hoping that everything is still all together, but first and foremost in our minds, Don Jenkinson, making certain that he is all right. And right now, it looks like, other than being wet and the boat upside down, he's walking away. That's a good sign. Came out of it, walked around, went and found a place to sit down, and scratching his head. Helmet's off, and he's all right.
I like excitement, but, you know, today was just a little overpowering for an old fellow like myself. Harry, how are you feeling?
One more shot, eh? Just when I'm not looking, my back's turned, one more shot. Oh, I like it when it goes in between the backbone blades.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate for Don Jenkinson, but yeah, you can bet that he'll have that boat ready and ready to perform because he did go up in the air. It didn't look like there was a lot of damage. As you can see right now on the picture, the boat is pointing straight up there.
You can see the canopy is kicked out. He obviously upside down was able to release it and get himself out of there. We're hoping that the boat's upside down and it's wet, but there's nothing else.
Now, Laura Babcock is out with the spectators. Laura.
Owen Boris, he's one of Mike Werner's major sponsors. Can you tell me what's going on? There seems to be a bit of a delay.
Well, we're probably waiting for the ambulance to come back. Every driver's taken to the hospital and checked over when the boat blows over or whatever happens. And the race will not start until the ambulance is back, and that's a safety regulation that we have in Canadian Boating Federation. What happened out there simply is what happens in every race. You have two boats side by side. The one on the outside, if he's faster and he gets to the pin, he'll turn, and the boat beside him will go through his rooster tail. Now, the rooster tail is a very powerful stream of water that the propeller blows up, and it's strong enough to lift the boat right up in the air. So what happened, Mr. Jenkins, is he drove into Mr. Werner's rooster tail, and away he went.
Mike knows this course probably better than anyone. Is this common for him to get caught in a bit of a scuffle like that?
Mike certainly knows this course very well. It's his hometown course. He practices here. He's been racing here for years. Although all the other racers, all the other competitors have raced here for years, and they should know this course very well also. I think they're almost equal in their knowledge of their course. They've been coming here for years. So I don't think Mike has that much of an advantage as far as knowing the course.
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in and get ready to take the ride of your lives on the Grand River. Yeah, we're getting ready to rumble.
White flag is up. It is nervous time. This is where the palms get sweaty, the eyes.
My palms are sweaty, Harry.
I know the deal. I know the deal. And here it is. The white flag is seeming up an interminable time. There it is.
There we go. We're racing. Michael Werner gets that hole shot again. 46, Robbie Size. But watch Ted Griguch on the outside. That man has got a plan. And Michael Werner also has a plan, too. He wants to win this race. And he's got that good luck feather in the boat with him. And you got to watch these guys. Here we go.
Mike Werner hooks in tight.
Yep.
First in, Robbie Size. Second in, but on the outside is Griguch. And he's trying to take the quick way around, but the long way.
Yep, here we come down the front straight. Number 1 out in front, 241.
Michael Werner, look at it going. The feather is flying. There's no doubt about that one.
Michael Werner's got that boat running perfectly right now, but 17 Teddy Griguch says, hey, you're not going away from me that easy.
Ted Griguch in second, Robbie Size in third. And not too far out the pace, Larry Everett running a better fourth, no doubt about it.
But there he is right in the picture of that beautiful 241 boat.
Yeah, you got to like it, that Hamilton Mountain Cable Vision special. All right, Michael Werner. Mike is looking hot.
Oh, look at that boat bouncing around through the corner there. He's got ideal conditions. This is the stuff that Mike likes to run in. Teddy Griguch has gone inside.
Watch him slide it on the outside. Oh, boy. Yeah, but he's taking it on the inside. Watch it go. Michael Werner was bouncing up and down. 17 Teddy Griguch. He's got him in. He's got him. Oh, my God. Look at that man fly.
Right side by side, going in the corner. Michael Werner on the outside.
Corner. Look at that boat go. 17 Teddy Griguch just walked right by Michael Werner. He had that boat doing 140 miles an hour right by us, right in front of us. He is flying. Whatever was wrong with it the first heat, he's got it fixed up, and there he is, our new race leader, 17 Teddy Griguch. Harry, this is racing.
Oh, I have no idea what happened out there. I don't know whether Mike got in some water. He had some trim problems. He bounced outside. You saw him bouncing up and down, and it cost him. Teddy Griguch is gone.
You know, you can't make a mistake with a man like Teddy Griguch behind you.
No mistake.
Look at him go. Oh, what a beautiful boat. What a beautiful sight.
Mike Werner in second. Robbie Size coming hard in third. Larry Everett has dropped way back in fourth.
Well, I tell you right now, what we got to do is we want to get this race finished. We want to get it finished safely, and we want to crown a winner for the day, don't you know?
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Ted Griguch coming into that corner. We got 10 laps. This is about the third lap completed right now.
Turn 1, turn 2, executing it with precision. You gotta like it. Your race leader, number 17, Ted Griguch, coming right at you. Listen to that motor hum, Harry.
Just picking up the revs, picking up the revs. Higher and higher and higher as he shuts down for the corner now.
Trimming it in, tucking it in, and making it around. Oh, corner 3 is looking so easy to him.
Michael Werner, 241. Robbie Size trying to find an angle on him.
Well, right now, Ted's got that motor just singing. And you can see the lead that he's opened up right. I mean, he's got a half a straightaway lead on him right now. Coming into turn 1, tucking it in, trimming it down, getting the air underneath him. Plenty to be found. And here he comes down the straight stretch right in front of the spectator stand. And you're going to be watching this man come by you at 140 miles an hour.
Look at that prop chewing away underneath the front of that boat. You can see right through from end to end of that boat, airborne all the way. Boy, he finishes the straightaway faster than we can get a sentence out.
Well, I tell you, he's tucking it in, seeing him trim it down for the corner. He's opening up a lead on 241, Michael Werner. Michael, I think, is just going to have to be happy holding on to second place because right behind him, Robbie Size wants a piece of that, too.
You know, Michael's a smart driver because 241 knows that Ted Griguch did not finish the first heat. Mike simply has to keep ahead of Robbie Size to go down first place overall.
That's the way it works, and he knows it. Oh, coming into your picture right now. It's a beautiful sight. Number 17, Teddy Griguch. Ted's got to be happy the way things went this weekend. I'm sure he's a little bit disappointed getting out of that first heat today's action, but you know, if he pulls this off, that's 3 out of 4 this weekend, and it's certainly nothing to laugh about.
Nothing to worry about at all. He'll sleep well tonight, no doubt about it.
Well, you can bet he's looking good.
Larry Everett. He is about to be lapped very shortly. There we are picking up the other boat. There he comes. That is our race leader at the present time, number 17, Teddy Griguch.
Teddy from Woodbridge, Ontario, 46, a very young 46, too, to be racing around out there like that.
Oh, up in the air. Teddy, get her down. Get her down.
Teddy likes to bounce it every once in a while.
Speedmaster Racing giving you some excitement this afternoon.
Excitement and speed to burn. Ted Greguch coming in, doing a beautiful job. You can see he has opened up almost, I would say, a half a lap lead on Mike Werner and Rob Size.
You're going to get a good idea now. You watch Ted as he's coming into that. Coming into corner 3 right now is your second place boat, 241 Michael Werner. And right now coming into turn 1, your leader, Teddy Greguch.
3/4 of a lead.
3/4 of a straightaway lead on him. I mean, that's something he's got to break if he wants to, give a chance to Mike Werner. And I don't think that Teddy Greguch is going to break right now.
Not a chance. Not a chance. That boat is running absolutely perfectly. And now Larry Everett is in his sights. That's Larry Everett going through. Teddy Greguch, he's coming in, and Mike Werner's just exited the top pin.
There he is, your race leader, 17 Ted Greguch, followed very closely by 241 Michael Werner and 46 Robbie Size.
And there's still a great battle going on there for first and second overall, probably between Robbie Size.
Look at the duel we've got happening in the back there for second and third place.
Right there, and it is still Michael Werner getting the lead on Robbie Size going down the back straight. Now they're second and third in this heat, but I believe they are first and second probably overall, or perhaps first and third.
Well, I tell you gotta like when that Robbie Size takes him on the outside.
Robbie Size on the outside shows the speed. Michael's got the inside, hooks it tight. And now we'll watch this one coming down the straightaway. We know that Ted Greguch has got first zone up in this lap, but let's watch this one. Call it, Brian.
Right in front of the spectator stands, going by the start-finish line. 241 Michael Werner right in front, but he's going on the outside. It's 46 Robbie Size, hooking it in, and he takes some.
Slams the door.
What a move by Robbie Size. But watch Michael Werner coming to the inside. Robbie Size says none of that today. Taking second place away from Michael Werner, and what a job he did doing it, too.
Beautiful. Now taking a look at Teddy Greguch.
Back to our leader.
Still our leader. He has passed Larry Everett. Larry Everett in 25 has been lapped, and that is Teddy Greguch. He is way ahead of Robbie Size. A full straightaway lead.
Cutting it in, tucking it in, trimming it down, and making the sound as he goes around. Corner number 4, he's heading towards it. You gotta like the way things are happening for Teddy Greguch this weekend.
We are in our green flag lap, which means Teddy Greguch has got to hold it on for one more corner and a half a straightaway, and then he's got this one in his back pocket.
And you can watch it right now. Robbie Size is even opening up more of a lead. I don't know whether Mike's got some sort of plan going. He knows he won the last heat. I'm pretty sure that he knows what's going on, and as soon as we find out, we'll be letting you know. But we are coming at our race leader right now. Race leader, race winner, number 17, Teddy Greguch.
Teddy Greguch! First, he shuts down and sounds gnarly. Second place, this is not the boat. That is 25. He still has one lap to go. Here is your second place boat, Robbie Size, boat number 46, the Shell Nautilus Special.
Robbie Size taking second place. Great race, Robbie. Third place going to 241, Michael Werner.
And Michael's got that one under the belt very nicely. Now all the drivers shut down and we're watching.
There he is. The canopy is up. Teddy Greguch has got a smile from ear to ear right now. You can bet on that. Look who's got the checkered flag. Number 17, Teddy Greguch. He's our overall winner for the weekend. Major performance. Great job today, Teddy. Great job with all the drivers. Just a beautiful weekend to spend here on the Grand, Harry.
Oh, and Teddy Greguch is worth every inch of his victory. You know, this is a guy who has worked hard to learn about these tunnel boats, to build his reputation from the bottom up. He didn't buy winning equipment. He went out and he built it. Well, and that's exactly what a winner does. Teddy Greguch taking it a little quicker, that victory lap. Now he clamps it in. Look at that flag bent out of shape there.
Here we go.
Oh, fastest flag in North America, no doubt about it.
Thunder on the Grand has been brought to you by Henco Homes of Caledonia, Mountain Cable Vision, Molson Brewery, Mitchell Insurance Group, and Dunsmith International.
Wow, that was an incredible race. Congratulations on a terrific heat. Seemed like Mike Werner was close to you coming out of the start. How is it that you got so far ahead of him?
I really don't know. I think he bobbled through the corner and just got me a chance to get beside him. Once I got beside him, I knew I had more top end than he did.
Even when you pulled out ahead of him, though, you managed to put such a distance between you. It was really quite phenomenal. Is it something that makes your boat so fast, or the way you take your corners? They seem to be quite tight.
It's a complete combination. The crew that I have and all the hard work we put in. And actually, this is even a motor that I borrowed off the boat that flipped the race before.
Oh.
I broke my motor, and I need another motor, and I had to dry it out anyway. So that was the person, Carlisle, just said, yeah, go ahead, use it, and win for me.
You seem to take an extra victory lap around the course. Is this a big win for you?
Oh, well, it's the first one I've ever won in Formula One in Dunnville.
Well, congratulations. You certainly did it with style. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
That's it for us at the Winner's Circle today. Back up to you in the booth.
Thank you, Laura Babcock. Brian Agar, we have had a tremendous day of boat racing here in Dunnville.
Tremendous, holy understatement, Harry. More thrills, spills, and chills than I would like to put up with on a Sunday. But 2 beautiful days here in Dunnville, Ontario. It has been great. Mr. Consistency, SST, Mark Major. What can I say? He's there again. He's always there. Mike Werner took 1 heat away from him. But hey, 3 out of 4. The major winner over the weekend, Mark Major.
And another major winner, of course, was Ted Grygooch, who had problems in that first heat, blew a ring off the end of his engine, shut it down, as you said, and went into the pits, fixed it up, and came away and ran away in the second heat. Overall winner in the Mod U class.
3 out of 4 races for Ted Grygooch, remembering that he is 1991 World Mod VP champion. He is not a beginner. He knows exactly what he's doing. And, hey, major accolades to him. He's doing a great job and definitely a force to be reckoned with.